Hi, I'm Helen with Arizona Raft Adventures, and we're going to show you how to pack for a spring or fall river adventure. So it's easiest for us to start from head to toe, so I'm going to start with your headgear. If you decide you want to wear a hat, you should have a cap strap. There's nothing worse than losing your hat in a big gust of wind. Put it on and attach the cap strap to the back of your shirt. What's really a great idea is to wear a wide-brimmed hat with a chin strap, same deal. Keeps the sun off your face. Sunglasses are very important on the Colorado River. Also, if you have your chums, you won't lose your sunglasses while on the trip. Spring and fall can be mixed bag of weather, so it's nice to have a fleece cap for camp. Keep your head warm, maybe even while you're sleeping. Another favorite thing that you'll see on the river is a buff. A buff can be used for heat and for cold. Put it around your neck, put it around your face to protect the sun from the sun, or also it's an opportunity to stay warm. Also, a bandana is nice. If you're wearing a baseball cap, you can wet it when it's hot and put it underneath your hat, or just to wipe the sweat away. For women, we need our underclothes, so sport bras. Sun shirts, as you can see, sun shirts can be used during spring, fall, or summer. Nice to keep the sun off. Long underwear, fleece top, and maybe even a wool top, one or the other or both. Ladies, some of you may want to wear a dress for camp night or for dress-up night. It's also a lot of fun to break up the monotony of wearing river clothes all week long. Also, it's nice to have a warm, dry shirt for camp. Sometimes you get into camp and you're wet, and it's really nice to have a nice, soft, warm shirt to put on when you arrive at camp. In spring and fall, it's really important to bring a jacket that's going to prevent the water from getting into the cracks and crevices that your rain jacket that you think would normally work. Paddle jackets have straps to keep the water from coming in your collar and down into the core of your body. They also have great straps around the wrists. We highly recommend this for this type of year, spring and fall. Many people like to bring these lightweight packable down jackets as an additional layer of warmth. They can be worn underneath your paddle jacket, or you can have them available when you're at camp. With all of these types of layers, you're going to be practicing what we call the art of layering. Sometimes you're going to be hot, 5 minutes later you're going to be cold, 5 minutes after that you could be wet. And so you need to be prepared for all of those instances so that you can keep your body comfortable. So we like to wear sun shirts when it's warm, keeping the sun off of our skin. You're hotter when the sun is exposed, but also we need more layers. Sometimes you might need your fleece and your down jacket underneath your paddle jacket, and then your portable flotation device would go over that. And everybody is different. Some people are okay with that cold temperature, some people aren't. And so you're going to have to learn what you need and make sure that you come to the river adventure prepared for all kinds of weather. So now I'm going to transition into the bottoms, somewhat similar, but first you need your underwear. It's always preferred when you have wicking underwear so that you don't have cotton, which will stay wet against your body in this time of year. You want to consider that. I also have extra shorts, and I have pants. So I have lightweight pants to keep the sun off or to help me with a colder day. Gentlemen, you might want to wear swim trunks. Those are perfectly acceptable instead of a pair of shorts. In addition to the long underwear top, this time of year we recommend that you have long underwear bottoms. So sometimes if it's raining or there's some cold wind or you're going through a rapid, it's kind of nice to have that warm base layer against your skin. I also have here fleece pants in case the event it gets a little colder. I can have that underneath my paddle pants, and it keeps me good and warm and dry even though the conditions are a little iffy. Another thing to think about is to have a nice pair of warm pants for camp. Very comfortable, just a nice pair of jammies or fleece pants like this. And I keep things separate. There are things that I wear in camp and there are things that I wear on the river, and that way my camp clothes stay warm and dry when I need them. Again, the same with the paddle jacket. We really recommend that you have paddle pants. They'll keep you from getting water up underneath when you go through a rapid and keep you warm and dry. And then you want to have good socks. A polypro blend or wool socks are really good for this time of year. Wool socks will actually keep you warm even if they get wet. Then your footwear, I have my river shoes. All river shoes should have a back strap. It's very important while you're on the river, while you're on the boats, to have a shoe with a back strap. Down here, I have my camp shoes. So flip-flops are very appropriate for camp. You never want to go barefoot in camp, so think about what you should have for camp. Also, people are wearing Crocs, but something like that to protect your feet at camp. Again, after you get off the river, it's nice to have a dry pair of shoes to put on. And you'll need to bring your hiking shoes. And when you pack your hiking shoes, and I'm going to show that in a few minutes, you want to make sure that you have a pair of socks ready to go and that you're ready to do a hike at a moment's notice. Then some of the other things that you need to have for the trip: a headlamp, and you want to bring extra batteries. There's no store along the Colorado River, so you want to make sure that you have batteries or spare batteries. If you wear prescription glasses or you wear contacts during the day, you need to have your prescription glasses with you. Also, Azra asked that you bring a copy of your ID. So you want to have a photocopy of your ID. I have a little purse here that I keep that with me, and then also I carry a little bit of cash and credit card for the end of the trip. On a cold weather trip, I like to have a warm pair of gloves that I can wear at camp or on the boat. On a sunny day, I like to wear sun gloves. I like to protect the top of my hands. We strongly encourage that you get a sarong. A sarong can be used for many things, all types of weather. It can keep the sun off of you, or it can also, I use it as a towel, and it's also a lot of fun at camp. I'm leaning on this pad right now, but if some of you would like a little extra padding while you're sleeping, you're welcome to bring a Thermarest type device, but you want to make sure that it's small enough that it can fit in your blue bag. I have my toiletries down here, my sunblock, my lotion, my toothpaste, etc. I also have prescription medications or vitamins available to me on the trip. I have my toiletry bag, same thing right in there. Some of you might want to have a pair of binoculars. There's a lot of cool things to see, so I have a small pair of binoculars that I can take with me on the river. Some of you might be using your phone or a Kindle for reading. You want to make sure that you have your own charging device. So whether you use a battery pack like this or you use a solar charging device, you need to be able to do that yourself. The guides do not have that available for you on the trip. Also, to protect my camera, my phone, which I use as a camera, we have this Pelican case. Keep it waterproof. Plastic baggies aren't enough. I do not bring an iPad or a Kindle. It's too much at risk, so I prefer to bring a real book with me. Also, if you choose not to bring a real book, there is a trip library that you're able to borrow those books. I like a pillow while I sleep, though some people do use their jackets and their extra shirts, but I have a blow-up inflatable pillow, which is really nice and small and compact, and I can fit it in my bag very easily. And all you need for the day hikes is a small day pack, and I like this sort of thing that we have. You can see how compactable it is. And it's very easy to carry this on your back with all of the water that you need for your hike. Speaking of water, you need to have the capacity to carry 3 liters of water. Whether you use 3-liter bottles or a combination of 1 liter bottle and a hydration system that carries 2 liters. That's up to you, but you want to have this in your bags ready to go at a moment's notice. Last but not least, the mug that we provided for your coffee, and then your pea cup. And all of these things, believe it or not, are going to fit in these 2 bags. Now I'm ready to show you how to pack your bags. I think it's really important to start with the white bag. That's your day bag. The thought with the white bag is you need to put the things that you have to have access more often during the day towards the top. So first I'm going to put my hiking shoes with my pair of socks in here. Then I'm going to put my day pack and my tubed hydration system. If you were to bring 3 liters for water, you would put 1 in here empty. And note that my hydration system, I put it in here empty. You never put any fluid in your bag. Then I'm going to put my binoculars, my camera, my fleece shirt, and on a spring or fall trip, I'd want my long underwear and my warm pants. And as you're packing this, you need to stuff it as much as possible. And then I'm going to put my sunblock and my salve in here. My buff, and I probably would even put my warm hat in here just in case it's a cold day. My sarong, I want access to at all times. My sunglasses are going to go on my head. My hat is going to be on. And I'm also going to have my bandana. I'm going to put my other hat in here too in case I lose my hat that I have on my head. And then for me, the 2 most important items I need are going to be my paddle pants and my paddle jacket. They may be on my body before I get on the boats, but my guides will tell me if I need to wear these or not. I'm going to show you how to seal this bag up in just a moment, but first I want to load up the blue bag. The blue bag has everything else, but you can see how large it is. I really prefer to put things in what we call stuff sacks. Ziplocs will work, as you can see what we did for the socks and the underwear. And that way it's more organized and things can be chaotic in the river. And if you can simplify your bags by having like-minded items and like-minded bags, it makes things much easier. So I always put my tops in 1 bag. So I'm going to include my dress and my camp shirt, my extra warm layer, my extra sun hoodie, and my sport bras. So I break it down just like we talked about earlier, head to toe. I also like to keep, I have a cold weather bag. It's an additional to what I have for the white. And I put my packable jacket and my gloves in here. And then if I get cold, I can pull this out of my bag right away. And also I can make the determination if it needs to go in my white bag that day. I have a pant bag. And these are my river pant bag. And then sometimes I put my socks and my camp bag in here. But this just makes it easier. I have it organized and I'm ready to go. I also like to put my headlamp. I call it my vision bag or electronic bag. I put my glasses. And I put my battery pack in here. And for fun, a lot of times I'll put my pillow in here too, just so it doesn't get lost. I also like to put my ID in my toiletry bag because I think it's safer there and I won't lose it. And we don't really need access to this until we get off the water. I'm going to put all the items in my blue bag and show you how to seal that. Very similar with the white bag, the things that you don't need the most should be at the bottom. So toiletries, pea cup, and you'll notice I put some socks in my pea cup. Want to try and keep that from getting crushed. Socks and underwear, pants, camp pants, warm weather I'm going to keep on top, my shirts. And then I also have my thermarest, which I can put here on the side. I like to have my headlamp on the top in case it's getting dark. My camp shoes and my book. Put it on the side. I'm going to fold down the thermarest. And the key with this bag is you don't want to see these black bands. And as many rolls that you can do on this bag, the less chance water is going to get in there. So I do a half roll, just like that. Maybe keep this side open just a tad so the air will come out. And I use my body weight to get all of the air out of the bag. If air can get in, water can get in. And then I like to pull it up. You can see it looks like a vacuum seal, and tightly roll these bags. More rolls, less water. The blue bags have clips on either side, on the top and bottom. So clip like that. And then I go to the other side and clip like that. And then you need to tighten the straps. Sometimes I pull the bottom strap and do the same thing on the other side. On a spring and fall trip, you're going to have the majority of your items in this white bag because you need access to it. So I'm going to put my sunglasses case in here for when I don't need my sunglasses. And the same thing with the blue bag. Half roll, leave a little bit open for the air, and then I'm going to use my body weight. You're going to be really good at closing this bag because you'll probably get into it at least 10 times during the day. Same thing, tightly roll. So different from the blue bag, it's just a top clip. Thank you for choosing to go with Arizona Raft Adventures. We hope you have a great adventure downriver.